Hello everyone, just coming on quickly to do a show and make video of how I decoupaged the coasters for hashtag pink bubble cards alphabet challenge when she pulled out the prompt N for napkin. Some of you asked if I would show the process from beginning to end. Now I know that several people have already done this, so I apologize if this is napkin overload. But anyway, as I was asked, I'm going to share with you what I did from beginning to end. So you will need some bases. So I've got here some chipboard, I think, very fine chipboard, which I have gessoed. So if you don't have gesso, you could use acrylic paint. And just show you why. It's just to have a white background, really, because when you put white, when you put the napkin on top of the white, it shows through much more brightly than if you put it on just on the wood. Yeah, I mean, you can do it on the wood if you want. You can paint it any color you like, but I find that white is the best. So I've got some Mod Podge. So I'm just going to put, undo it. Yeah, I'm just going to put a layer of Mod Podge on my coaster. Okay. And you only need a thin layer. You don't need anything, too drastic. And so there. And I'm just going to mop up what I've put all over my mat. Sticky bits, right? So you need Mod Podge or some other glue. You can use PVA glue with water, whatever, some glue anyway. And then you need your napkin. Now I've already cut these in quarters, and I've taken away the 2 layers at the back. So you just need the top layer. And if you can see, usually there's always this sort of crimping in the corners of the napkin. So we have to make sure that we get rid of that on the actual coaster. You see that it needs to be smooth, and you don't want that pattern there. But you don't need to cut it off. There's ways around that. So anyway, I've let my Mod Podge dry a little bit, and now I'm going to put down my napkin to get as much of the pattern as I can. So I wanted the butterflies in this. So that's that. And then, so I've just put it down and I've patted it flat. And I'm going to just rub right over it with a piece of greaseproof paper in between. You can use cling film, you can use plastic to do this, but it just helps to smooth it out and get rid of any air bubbles. But you can see still there are elements of this crimping around the edge. So what I do is I get the iron on a low heat and I just go over it, right, while the glue is still slightly tacky, right? So there we are. Won't need the iron again. So that's that. And then I just let it dry. Okay, so I've got one here that's actually been drying for quite a long time, but we need to get rid of these edgy bits. And to do that, I just go around with an emery board, but you could use sandpaper, or you can wet it. You can go wet around here and it will come away, but you won't get a crisp edge. So I'm just going all the way around here. You can see that by doing that, it breaks off and it leaves a very clean edge. Okay, so that's that. And you see how easy that was to do. So basically, this is your coaster made, but of course it's not waterproof yet. And the thing with a coaster is you do want to have some protection from anything that might get spilt on it, like tea or whatever. And so anyway, but before I attend to the front, I'm going to attend to the back. Now, you can just put a layer of felt here. I think it's always good to put some backing on the coaster. It gives it more heat protection from the surface that you're putting it on, and it makes it a bit more sturdy. So anyway, I've got these self-adhesive cork rounds which fit almost perfectly on the back of here. So I'm just going to stick one of these on the back. You don't need to use cork, as I said, you could use felt. And when I'm doing square ones, I do use felt because that's it's easy to cut out the size that you want. But with round ones, it's not so easy. So I've just tried to put that on the back as carefully as I can. And there is the coaster. And now I'm just going to put another layer of Mod Podge on the top. Okay. So basically the underlayer has dried. So if the underlayer has dried, you shouldn't get any bubbling up of the coaster. That is what I found before, where I used to do it, where I would put the napkin down and then I would be putting the Mod Podge on the top at the same time. But I found it's better to wait, because that actually gives a much smoother appearance. And because when it's still wet, it tends to the napkin tends to come away from the base in some places. So I found that that's a much easier way to do it. And that is our coaster. Okay, I will give it a couple of coats of Mod Podge. I've got two types here. I've got this one which I've used, which is matte, and I've got this one which is dishwasher safe gloss. So it's a water-based sealer, glue and finish. So I'll probably go over now with a layer of this as well, just to give it a bit more protection. You could also varnish it. You know, there are many things that you can do to protect the napkin on your coaster. But that's it. That's taken us 7 minutes to make from beginning to end, and I think that's good. I have done the same technique with tiles, just 4-inch square tiles. I've also used lollipop sticks, which I've glued together, laid down on some what's it called? It's a base which it's a material which is foam, and it's about 1/4 inch thick. So foam board, I think that's what it's called. I've used that. You can use anything you like, and it doesn't have to be coasters. It can be all sorts of things. So anyway, I hope that's helped, and I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye for now.